Hi guys, so I just wanted to make a quick little update video on where I'm at with the build and some of the things that came in the mail and whatnot. But so what I have here are the Speed Factory no notch rods. It was like a set, rods, pistons, rings, and these are the rods that came in the kit. These are the ARP 2000 rod bolts. These are the rods, H-beam rods. These are the custom length specifically for the Vitaras. They're maybe like a couple millimeters longer than like a standard length rod, and the reason for that is because on the Vitaras they actually sit lower in the deck than a standard piston, and the reason for that is that the wrist pin actually sits higher up in the piston. So at top to the center, the piston is actually below the deck level of the block, which is no good for compression. Really knocks it down at least like a full point. So this it's long, and it makes up for that difference. Brings up the compression from like 7.5 to 1 on a standard rod to this custom length is like an 8.5 to 1, even like an 8.8, or it can be more with a VTEC head and some milling and stuff like that. Okay, but yeah, these are the rods. They're H-beam. There's a lot of opinions on what's better, H-beam or I-beam. The Speed Factory kit comes with H-beams, rated for like 500. I noticed there's like a P2, P0 kit, comes with I-beams. Yeah, let me know below what you think is better and why. But just this kit came with H-beams. I couldn't really pick and choose, so it is what it is. And alright, these are the Vitara Pistons. I like how they're packaged like a bag of cookies. It's got like this gold twist tie. Yeah, they're Teflon coated. They are the 75.5 0.5 millimeter over. Looks like, yeah, the orientation would probably be this way. Intake valves larger, so they go in the back on the intake side, obviously. Exhaust valves on this side because they're smaller. Something interesting is that these pistons actually make a D16 a non-interference engine because of the dish and the valve relief. If the timing belt snaps or something like that, the pistons won't make contact with the valves. So, from what I've read on forums and whatnot. So let me know below if that's true or not, but it makes sense. I believe it. All the snap rings and stuff are like yeah, probably in this guy here. All the snap rings are in this piston. So yeah, here are the pistons, rods, rod bolts. And I ended up going with King bearings. I think these are the rod, thrust washers, main bearings on the bottom. And on the thrust washers, the side with the indentation here face the crank. So this is like the surface that actually meets up against the crank. This side does not, it's smooth. But okay, so they're just standard size King bearings. Because I measured up the diameter of the crank journals and everything was in spec. But I've had some pretty helpful tips in the comment section. So just because the rod or the journal diameters measured to be in spec, it is still a good idea to go ahead and plastic gauge the bearings once everything's like assembled. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Once it's time to actually put it together, I'm going to plastic gauge the rod and main journals and just make sure everything's in spec. And also so my idea of running about 35 10,000s to 4,000s piston to wall clearance might be a little excessive, according to one of the comments I got below. So apparently the Vitaras don't expand as much as some other pistons, I guess. So I'm gonna run a little bit of a tighter clearance. Somebody said 25 10,000s, so I was thinking like 35 10,000. So I'm gonna compromise and run 3 10,000 or 3,000ths of an inch wall clearance. So that should be good. It should be a happy medium. And even if it is a little loose, I'm fine with that. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Like I said, I don't mind a little noise or piston slap or whatnot, but it'll definitely be a little safer, I guess, to for this max effort D16 build. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I really wanted to get this to the machine shop yesterday, but I got pretty busy, so I'm gonna try and drop everything off on Monday. Well, not everything, just the pistons and the blocks, so they can get the wall clearance right. Because I'm going to actually assemble this thing myself. I've always wanted to assemble an engine, and this is going to be a good opportunity to assemble an engine from scratch. And I've got a lot to learn. This is my first time doing this. As someone pointed out, I am a noob, but hey, you got to learn somewhere. And I think this is a really good engine to learn with. I mean, it's really simple. Yeah, alright, so I've got some more stuff coming. I ordered a downpipe. I ordered a What else do I order? Test pipe. I don't know, things to just kind of hook up my O2 sensor so I can pass state. I got some tires in my storage unit I need to get mounted and balanced. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Once I get my downpipe on and my tires, the car itself is going to be street worthy. Right now it's like on 8 or 9 pounds on a base map, like stock map sensor, stock injectors, everything's stock, but you know, it's only 8 or 9 pounds. So yeah, I think while the machine shop has my block, I'm going to go ahead and do the tires and the exhaust to get my car roadworthy. So alright, if you like the video and you like where I'm going with this project, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.